Shalom to the whole collective Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Puerto Ricans, Native American, West Indian Haitians. Gotta give all praises to Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostle, great millstone, who rule well, who teach well. This sincere salutation for the Yahawah and puts in this truth, believing this truth goes four corners of the earth. This sincere salutation for the Yahawah and Marco that have been tuning in. It's Michael defending Israel. Lord willing this be edifying. So my spiritual father has arrived, Amaziah. He just did this lesson just a second ago, and I just want to come preaching in my lot, and I want to go out to my lot down the street. You know, it's about 15, 20, 30 minute walk. I'm gonna go down there a little bit later, and I want to preach this one out there in my lot, and also I'm going to teach the Lord will bring a purge, not man. That was from GMS now read on 08 last night. That was a very edifying lesson. I'm going to post this lesson that I got at the bottom. It's going to be the same one. He made a lot of good points, as always. So I just want to come over here, speaking into existence over here, and you know, get closer to the Lord, get better, day by day. That's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be humbling ourselves to the best of our abilities. Sometimes we get emotions, and you know, we get you know what I'm saying, overwhelmed sometimes. You know, some of the students over here, it happens. You know what I'm saying? It's all part of your walk. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just about reflecting on it and being more useful to the Lord. And that's all that matters, man. Nothing else matters. So let me start this up. So Lord willing this be edifying.
Please make more just like that. Make more of your stuff that sounds very chill, very mellow. Ethereal. You're not trying too hard.
So we're gonna start turn this down a little bit more. Psalms 89:14. Justice and judgment are the habitation of thy throne. Mercy and truth shall go forth, shall go before thy face. That's what's happening right now. Justice and judgment. He's giving justice to 1/3, and he's giving judgment to the 2/3 who don't want to take heed to the message and keep getting better and keep learning. Okay. And it said, blessed is the people who know the joyful sound, the song of Moses. They shall walk, O Lord, in the light of thy countenance. In thy name shall they rejoice all day, and in thy righteousness they shall be exalted. For thou art glory, their strength, and in thy favor our horn shall be exalted, which means power. For the Lord is our defense, the Holy One of Israel is our King. Okay, we're supposed to be out here doing this. It's an oath, man. You can't just say that you love the Lord and not do this. There's no way you can do it. Okay? This is the same oath that we took every time we came here. You have to do this. Like, even if I did it every time I came back, that does not mean that I don't have to do it this time. You have to do it every time. Okay? So, when he maketh the inquisition for blood, he remembereth them, and he forgetteth not the cry of the humble. Have mercy upon me, O Lord. Consider my trouble which I suffer of them that hate me. And thou hast lifted me up from the gates of death, that I may show forth all thy praise in the gates of the daughter of Zion. I will rejoice in thy salvation. The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made, in the net which they hid in their own foot taking. The Lord is known by judgment which he executed, and the wicked snared in the work of his own hand. Higa Aeon or something like that. I don't know what that means. So we'll look it up.
Strong's H, 1902. Higayon. Higayon.
Meditation. Sounding music. This is the song, man. Of Moses. Selah. This is the song, man. Okay, Job 36:5. We're going to read all of this down. And this shows that the hopeful elect was cast down here, man. Okay? See? I think that's Elijah, but let me check. No, Elihu. Okay? That's his name. The younger man who rebuked Job and his three friends, Emphorite, Samuel's great-grandfather, Manassite warrior or chief for David, son of Shemaiah and Korite gatekeeper, David's brother. So that's who this is. He's important. So he said, Elihu also proceeded and said, suffer me a little, and I will show thee that I have yet to speak on Yahawah's behalf. I will fetch my knowledge from afar, and I will ascribe righteousness to my maker. For truly my words shall not be false. He that is perfect in knowledge is with thee. Behold, Yahawah is mighty and despiseth not any. He is mighty in strength and wisdom. He preserveth not the light of the wicked, 2/3, and everybody else, would giveth right to the poor. He withdraweth not his eyes from the righteous, but with kings they are on the throne. Yea, he doeth establish them forever, and they are exalted. And if they be found in feathers, and beholden in the cords of affliction, then he showeth them their work, and their transgressions they have exceeded. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be getting rid of these transgressions, man. You can't just keep doing the same thing, man. Like there's stuff that I'm still, you know what I'm saying, getting rid of too. You know what I'm saying? That's sometimes getting angry, or sometimes, you know what I'm saying, there's still stuff that I'm working on, okay? I'm not coming over here acting like I'm perfect, man. We're not supposed to be lifting ourselves up. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to let the Lord lift ourselves up. We're supposed to stay humble and meek. Try to do this in the best of our abilities without being angry or being upset, man. It's hard to. You know what I'm saying? When you first come into this. But this is what we're supposed to do. So he opened this. Also, their ear to discipline and commanded that they return from iniquity. That doesn't mean like if I get a little upset and I start saying, hey, don't be telling me what to do. I'm not wrong for that, okay? Because you're not doing what you're supposed to do for the Lord, okay? I'm not going to humble myself and talk to you like, you know what I'm saying, like you're just a part of this group, this people, part of Israel. If you're not going to try to do what Israel is doing, okay? But I'm going to do my best to try to be more lenient and less, tripping out about it. Try to answer in a more subtle way to let you know we don't care about none of that, having about how we feel, okay? You got to do it with your heart, your mind, over everything, okay? You can't just keep saying you love the Lord and not changing. He openeth also their ear to discipline, talking about the hopeful elect, and commanded that they return from iniquity. We're supposed to be returning to our former selves in the best way we can. If they obey and serve him, they shall spend their days in prosperity and their years in pleasures. See? That's by you know what I'm saying, spiritual meanings. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna always have a whole bunch of money or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But this is pleasure for us. You know, we're happy that he's fixing us, man. We couldn't fix ourselves. He's fixing us. But if they obey not, they shall perish by the sword, and they shall die without knowledge. See, Jake keeps trying to fix himself, so now he's gonna die by the sword or die without knowledge. He's gonna perish, man. But the hypocrites in heart, the mind, heap up wrath. They cry not when he bindeth them. See? The hypocrites keep saying we're blasphemy and saying we're going off. You haven't still done nothing for the Lord, man. Nothing to show for it. Nothing. And you talking about we're the fucking problem. No, we're not. They die in youth, and their life is among the unclean. He delivereth the poor in his affliction, and openeth their ears in oppression. Even so, would he have removed thee out of the strait into a broad place? There is no straightness, and that which should be set in thy table should be full of fatness. See? That's what I'm saying, man. They're not listening. They getting a constellation prize, okay, on this side, which is a losing prize, man. You're getting you're getting the joke. Okay, the joke's gonna be on you, Jake. But thou hast fulfilled the judgment of the wicked. Judgment and justice take hold on me, because there is wrath. There beware lest he take away with his stroke. A great ransom cannot deliver thee. That's what I'm saying. Everybody be trying to act like they're gonna do something to stop the judgment of the Lord. You can't stop the judgment of the Lord, man. You just have to take heed, and you have to go defend Israel, okay? By telling them, hey, you need to turn around and stop what you're doing, or you're gonna die. So it says, will he esteem thy riches? No, not gold, nor all the forces of his strength. Desire not the night, when people are cut off in their place. Take heed, regard not iniquity, for this hast thou chosen rather than affliction. Behold, Yahawah exalted by his power, who teacheth like him. Nobody can. We can't teach like him, but we can follow what he tells us to do in these scriptures. He's commanding us to do something. You can't just say you love the Lord and say, I read it, and not do nothing. Behold, Yahawah exalted by his power, who teacheth like him, who have enjoined him his way, or who can say, thou hast wrought iniquity. Remember that thou magnify his work which men behold. Every man every man may see it, man may behold it afar off. Behold, Yahawah is great, and we know him not, neither can the number of his years be searched out. And in Daniel 17, he says he's the Ancient of Days. And he said everything. Okay, we can't search him out, man. All we can do is what he told us to do. For he maketh the small drops of water. They pour down the rain according to the vapor thereof, and the clouds do drop and distill upon men abundantly. Okay, and that's all, everybody. That's 2/3, and the wicked and the righteous. But the 2/3 are getting the consolation on this side. They're not going to get the consolation on the other side. They're just going to wake up after the kingdom's been set up, and Esau Edom served his 1,000-year judgment with the other 16 other nations. And they're going to wake up and be childs in the kingdom. That's what they're going to get. But that's better than what Esau Edom's getting. So why are y'all mad, man? Why do y'all not want to change? Like, you can just change and become part of the multitude. You don't have to die here. So, which the clouds drop and distill upon men abundantly. Also, can any understand the spreadings of the clouds or the noise of his tabernacle? And we know they're not going to change, but we're still going to ask, why, man? Why? Why don't you want to change? Behold, he that spreadeth his light upon it, and covereth the bottom of the sea. For by them judges he the people, and giveth meat in abundance. He gives everybody seed. Okay, with clouds he covereth the light, and commandeth not to shine by the cloud that cometh betwixt. The noise thereof concerning it, the cattle also concerning the vapor, man. This is supposed to be our correction, man. We're not supposed to be here living comfortable and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to be living comfortably. We're supposed to be trying to get out of here. Okay? We're supposed to be trying to go home. Sorry, y'all, Salakia. It says right here, for if Yahawah spared not the angels, 2 Peter 2:4, for if Yahawah spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell. This is hell, okay? And delivered them into the chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment. And spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the 8th person, the preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. This time it's going to be fire, man, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example to those unto those that after should live ungodly. All you got to do is just stop doing it, and he's going to come get you, man. So this is going to be this. I don't want to read this because it's just going to be just part of it, but basically in Sirach 17 and 18, which is Ecclesiastes, he talks about he nourished the elect with discipline, man. Okay. He put that, he did that for us, man. He's doing this to correct us. This is our correction. This is not supposed to be like somewhere where you're having a great time. And if you're having a great time, like Jake, they didn't got a couple little constellation prizes, and it's gonna be what puts him to death, man, and it's not gonna be for nothing. So let me read some of this. Let me find it. I just know my spiritual father said in chapter 6, it talks about how 2/3 got a consolation prize here, man. But I'm not going to read all that. But that's basically what it's saying in one of these passages, that 2/3 got a consolation prize, you know, here on this side, because they don't want to learn, man. And it says in Isaiah 28, it says, let me do this. So everybody who's got all this money, man, they're not for the Lord, man. The Lord's setting them up to make it their shame. Okay. So we're gonna do Jeremiah 8 and 28, or Isaiah 8, 28 and 8. I'll write that down. Okay, Isaiah 28 and 8. For all the tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean, man. Whom shall he teach knowledge? Whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast, man. That's the doctrine, man. He's bringing us out of who we were wickedly, man. Okay, that's what he's doing. He said our latter end is that we're gonna win. We're looking for the end because we want to win, man. We want to get out of here because we know this is not our rest, man. We don't want to keep staying here and keep doing Christmas and keep coming and doing New Year's, because the Lord's gonna start judging Israel real quick, man. He already did. He had a video up when I posted it. You go watch it. He had a video talking about 22 people died in the cold, man, and most of them was probably Jake, man. The Lord judging them. So Job 37:1. At this also my heart trembled and moved out of his place. Hear attentively the noise of his voice and the sound that goeth out of his mouth. He directed it under the whole heaven, and his lightning unto the ends of the earth. After it a voice roareth, he thundereth with a voice of his excellence, and he shall not stay them when his voice is heard. See, most people thinking this so-called white man doing everything, but it's the Lord. Okay, they're not even paying attention to what's going on. Yahawah thundereth marvelously with the voice. Great things doeth he, which we cannot comprehend. We just know that he's doing it by the scriptures. That's all. We couldn't have been able to understand it. Okay, for he saith to the snow, be thou on the earth, likewise to the small rain and the great rain of his strength. He sealeth up the hand of every man, that all men may know his work. Then the beasts go into dens and remain in their places. Out of the south cometh the whirlwind, cold out of the north. See, that's what's happening. Up north, all the cold air came down here. They killed a whole bunch of people. 22 is just how much they counted. We don't know how many people really died. But those are the examples for the Lord to show you. You better stop living over here like this is something to enjoy. By the breath of Yahawah, frost is given, and the breath of the waters is straightened. Also by the watering whereof the thick cloud, while watering he whereof the thick cloud, he scattereth his bright cloud, and is turned around about by counsels, and they may do whatsoever he commandeth upon them upon the face of the whole earth. Like, how do you know that all these big old clouds up here aren't just chariots? The whole time been here, chariots. We don't know. But what if they was just doing this? Because he uses his angels to bring this stuff, man. Okay? He causes it to come, whether for correction or for his land or for mercy, man. One of the two, whichever how you're hearkening unto him. So it says, hearken unto this, O Job, stand still and consider the wondrous works of Yahawah. Doest thou know? When it says stand still, it means to go stand in your lot and teach. Okay? Thou doest know when Yahawah disposed them and caused the light of his cloud to shine. Doest thou know the balancings of the clouds, the wondrous works of him that which is perfect in knowledge? How thy garments are worn when he quieteth the whole earth, or white quieteth the earth by the sound wind? Hast thou with him spread out the sky, which is strong and as molten looking grass? Teach us what we shall say unto him, for we cannot order our speech by reason of darkness. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? We can't, we're in darkness, man. We can't speak, you can't just say, well, I think the Lord says this and I love the Lord. Like, you have to do his speech, okay? These words have power, okay? In the man that he appointed to do it, okay? We don't know who those men are. I just know that I was in the Bible and I died a whole bunch of times. I know that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm the elect. Lord willing, I'm part of the number, but I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that I love the Lord, because if I didn't, he wouldn't have directed me to these steps to go and teach this again, because there had to be another time I taught this again. I'm not for sure. I can't tell you, but that's how I feel, okay? But it doesn't really matter how I feel. What matters is what I do for the Lord. That's what matters. Nothing else matters. If you're not showing that you care about them and you're just telling people what to do or whatever, and you're not even one of the elders, man, you got to change, man. You can't be doing that. You're not instructed to teach. You have to go learn from the teachers and then learn the way they did it and do it the way they did it and humble yourself, man, as best as possible. You know what I'm saying? So hast thou with him spread out of the sky, which is strong in the molten looking glass. Teach us what we will say unto him, for we cannot order our speech by reason of darkness. And that's why sometimes when I get mad, I still leave it up, because that's for you to show my walk. That's for you to see, like, he's changing. He's getting better. He ain't acting like he's some holy, perfect guy in the church, acting like we're just not bad at all. We're just so nice to everybody when they're fucking demons. Okay? And now, then see not bright light, which is in the clouds, but the wind passeth and cleanses him. Fair weather cometh out of the north. With Yahawah is terrible majesty. Touching the Almighty, we cannot find him out. Okay? He is excellent in power and in judgment, and in plenty of justice he will not afflict. See? He's not going to afflict the ones who are doing this. Men do therefore fear him. He respecteth not any that are wise of mind, which is hard. And I'm not saying you're not going to go through afflictions, because that's what we're sitting here to go through afflictions, but he's not, if you're starting to change and come towards him, he's not going to afflict you as much. You know, you got to keep going in measurements and changing, man. You can't just keep doing the same thing. There's still stuff that I know that I need to work on. The same with everybody else. Ain't nobody here going to ever come in and just be 100% correct. Okay? We're going to all keep sinning and falling before the Lord, but a righteous man stands up, man. He keeps standing back up and he keeps fighting for the Lord, even if he falls short, because we know we're going to fall short. But you got to fight for the Lord, man. You got to fight for the Lord. Okay? You can't say you love him and then not do what he says do. Okay? Just doesn't make any sense. It's faith without works. So Job 38:16. So if you're a man and you're saying you're supposed to be standing up like a man and you're not preaching this out in the highways and byways and doing exactly what the men before you have done that are receiving information from Bahasham Yahawashi, then you're not going to have a covering there. Thou hast entered into the springs of the sea, or hast thou walked into the search of the death? Have the gates of death been opened unto thee, or has been seen in the doors of the shadow of death? Because we got some of the elders and apostles, man. These people been doing this for 12, 15, 20 years, man, and they still go stand outside. But you love the Lord and you not stand outside, and you just we're blasphemy because you're not standing outside. That doesn't make sense, man. That's not cool, man. That's not cool for you to say that, man. For real, man. Especially right now when the clock's out. Okay, the Lord's gonna hit you with a swift judgment, man, if you don't stop doing that, man. Don't do that. Okay? If he comes, this guy I'm talking about, come across the page, he knows who I'm talking about. Don't do that, bro. That's a bad thing to go against the people of the Lord that he set up. Because I know he set me up to do this. This is why I do it every day. Okay? I show that I care about what he says. Okay? I wake up and all I do is think about Yahawashi, Yahawashi, serving Israel every day. Okay? Have the gates of death been opened unto thee, or hast thou seen the doors of the shadow of death? Hast thou foreseen the breadth of the earth? Declare it, declare if thou knowest all. There is a way, where is the way where light dwelleth? And as for darkness, where is the place thereof? And thou shouldest take it to the bound thereof, and that shouldest know the paths of the house thereof. Because it's hard to be cool with people that you care about, because you care about somebody and then they say something like that. That's just all disrespect, man. That's not cool, man. That really doesn't sit right in my soul, man. That's real disrespectful, man. You don't talk to the people who are trying to protect you like that. Knowest thou it, because thou was then born, or because the number of thy days is great? Hast thou entered into the treasures of the snow, or hast thou seen the treasures of the hail, which I have reserved against the time of trouble, against the day of battle and war? See, by what way is light parted, which scattereth the east wind upon the earth? Who have divided a water course for the overflowing of waters, or the way of the lightning of thunder, to cause it to rain on the earth where no man is, on the wilderness where there is no man, like the rainforest, to satisfy the desolate and waste ground, to cause the bud of the tender herb to spring forth? And it was talking about that too in Isaiah 44:1-5 about the tender herb. But we're gonna get to that in a second. We're gonna read through everything that my teacher put out, man. Okay, we're gonna read through all of that. Okay, except the Sirach 17:18. We don't have enough time to do all that. So to satisfy the desolate, and you're supposed to go read some of this stuff, man. You're not supposed to just see the lesson and be like, oh, okay, cool. But you're supposed to go read it. Okay? To satisfy the desolate and waste ground, to cause the bud of the timber herb to spring forth. Hath he rained a father, who have begotten the drops of dew, out of whose womb came the ice, and the hoary frost of heaven? Who have gendered it? It's Bahasham Yahawashi. And the waters hid as with the stone in the face of the deepest frozen. He's doing it, man, because y'all don't want to listen. Y'all want to keep saying y'all love the Lord, and you're not serving him. And that's really pissing him off, man. And his time is up. His time is up, man. Okay? Time is up. He has held his peace long enough, and he's about to start devouring people with the weather and other things, and the sword. The blessing of Israel. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. See, you got to be chosen. Thus saith the Lord, that made thee and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, thy servant, and thou Jeshurun, who I have chosen. I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and the floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and upon the blessing of thine offspring, and they shall spring up among the grass as willows by the watercourses. One shall say, I am the Lord's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord, and shall name himself by the name of Israel. See what I'm saying? So this isn't talking about the tender herb, but we're going to get to it. But I want you to just see that. Thus saith the Lord, Yahawashi, King of Israel, and his Redeemer, the Lord of hosts. I am the first and I am the last, and beside me there is no God. So y'all there keep saying he has many names, but you're not even serving him. So how do you know? You're not even doing what he said do, but you know he got many names. You're going to tell me, the one who's telling you, that he's got this and this and this, but you got no videos, you got no verse, no works, you got no board with the 12 tribes of Israel signing scriptures on it. You're not going down teaching doctrine. You're not feeding the sheep. This is all things he told us to do. You can't do that, man. Okay? You're worse than Jake just not doing nothing at all. That's even worse, man. Okay? Going and talking to the people who are doing it wrong, you put yourself in a way worse position than Jake. Jake just doing whatever the fuck he want to do. He's still in a bad position, but he's not going around saying we're going off. He's just going whatever, and he's going that way. So give ear, O ye heavens, and I was speaking here, O earth, the words of my mouth. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew, and the small rain upon the tender herb. That's the hopeful elect, starting with 144,000 down. Okay? And as the showers upon the grass, because I will publish the name of the Lord, ascribe ye greatness unto our God. So you're supposed to be publishing it, okay? You're supposed to be presenting it to the congregation, okay? This is what you're supposed to do, okay? You can't just not do nothing, okay? And then he goes, here's a whole earth just for you, and everybody is gonna serve you, okay? But you're gonna serve me. He's not gonna do that unless you do serve him here. Like, this is, you know, there's no way around this. 793:5. The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doeth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not. But the unjust knoweth no shame, man. Nothing. I don't understand. You're like, whatever, I don't want to talk about it. You're in trouble, man. I have cut off the nations. Their towers are desolate. I have made their streets waste, that none passes by. Their cities are destroyed, so that there is no man, that there is none inhabitant. And I said, surely thou wilt fear me. Thou wilt receive instruction, so their dwelling should not be cut off. Whosoever I punished them, but they rose clearly and corrupted all their doing. See, that's what 2/3 did. We seen corruption. We seen corruption here and seen that we was getting jacked up everywhere. We was like, oh man, no, we gotta change. No, we're not gonna keep doing this. No, we're gonna do what the Lord said us to do. No, I'm tired of getting ran down on. Okay, my whole life has been humiliated. Okay, I have no problem humbling myself before the Lord and doing what He tells me to do. Okay, I don't care if you think I'm a pussy or not. Okay, you're gonna find out that I was a man and I stood up on my feet and I served the Lord with all my heart. Do if Yahawah pervert judgment. See, that's what y'all don't get. Y'all don't understand this judgment. When somebody died, you're like, oh no, it's so sad. Well, this is the Lord judging that person because they were not doing what He said do. Or do it the Almighty pervert judgment. If thy children have sinned against Him, and He have cast them away for their transgression, if thou wouldest seek unto Yahawah bedtime, and make thy supplication to the Almighty, if thou wert pure and upright, surely now He would awake for thee, and make the habitation of thy righteousness prosperous. Though thy beginning was small, yet thy latter end should greatly increase. See, that's why we're doing this, because we don't care about this place. We don't care what we get here, because this is small. This is small, man. But it's for our good. It's a lesson. You're supposed to learn and start doing other stuff. Okay? which is everybody else not doing. Okay, yet thy latter end should greatly increase. I'm telling you, if you go to any other camp under the great millstone, you're gonna go off. I'm telling you, man, do not listen to these other camps. Do not listen to the people who aren't listening to Great Millstone and every word they say, because you're going to go off and you're going to put to death. So, though thy beginning was small, thy latter end should greatly increase. For I inquire, I pray thee of a former age, and prepare thyself to search of their fathers. Okay? But we are but of yesterday, and know nothing, because our days upon the earth are a shadow. Shall not they teach thee and tell thee in other words out of their heart, which is their mind? Can ye rush up? Can the rush grow up without mire? Even the flag grow without water? What's it is yet in his greenness and not cut down, it withereth before any other herb. See what I'm saying? You guys will serve Israel, man. The beginnings are small, and in the end, we're gonna win. So we're gonna do Deuteronomy 32:20. So I got some elders that's been doing this for months, for years and years and years, and they be sick and getting up and doing scripture. Great GMS narrator away was sick yesterday, man, and still got up and did a video. You cannot say you love the Lord and not be like these men, man. These men have been serving the Lord through sickness, health, everything, man. They're doing everything they can for the Lord in all instances, man, until he says stop. And he said, I will hide my face from them, and I will see that what their end shall be, for they are a forward generation, children in whom is no faith, man. Jake always got to see something. I'm going to see a sign and a wonder. You're going to see one, all right, but it's not going to be the one you want to see. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not Yahawah. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities. I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people, and provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. Who do you think that's talking about? It's talking about the Greek-speaking Jews that are out here doing this with their cardboard boxes. Okay? Us. Well, will we part of that number? For a fire kindled in mine anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set the fire of the foundations of the mountains, man, which is the nations, man. Okay? I will heap mischiefs upon them, and I will spin mine arrows upon them, man. He's finna light y'all niggas up, man. Okay? We're trying to help you. You talk about we're blasphemy because we're trying to correct you. We're trying to correct you, man. Because you're gonna get yourself put to death by being all emotional about niggas telling you don't tell me how to fucking be, man. Because you're not trying to be like the Lord. So Ecclesiastes 7:1, a good name is better than a precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. See, it is better to go into the house of mourning than to go in the house of feasting. Y'all over here eating ham and shit, and get ready for New Year's. It's gonna be your last one. You're gonna get put to death this next year. If you want to think this shit's a game. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart, which is his mind. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance of the mind, it's made better. See, through our sorrows and through us expressing our feelings and expressing our anger, the ones that he loves, he's gonna fix them and say, "Look, go back to this. I know you're mad. Finish the job, okay? You gather yourself back up." Stand up back as again. You're gonna fall down. You're gonna crash. Okay? But you gotta keep going, man. You gotta keep grinding. Okay? So the mind, it's the heart of the wise in the house of mourning, but the heart of the fools is in the house of mirth, which means partying, man. Y'all partying. Y'all partying in hell, man. You don't get it. You over here partying and trying to just hang out and give hugs. No, man. We're not doing that over here. Okay? It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise. That's what we're doing. Rebuke and say, don't fucking tell me nothing. You need to do this. And if you're not doing this, don't tell me nothing. That's what rebuking is. Rebuke of the wise. We're not judging you. We're saying that you're doing wrong and you need to do this. Okay? Judging is just saying you're a bad person. You don't deserve shit. Okay, that's judging. Okay, I'm not saying you don't deserve shit. What I'm saying is that you need to start doing what the Lord told you to do, or He's gonna tell you you don't deserve shit, which is your life, man. He's gonna take you the fuck out. Okay, it is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. 2/3, man. Bumping all this whack ass music, bumping all this church music, talk about they love Jesus and have no works to show. They're not humbling to none of the words. As for the crackling of thorns under a pot, so is the laughter of the fool. This is also vanity. Truly oppressive maketh the wise man mad, and the gift destroyeth the mind. See, we pissed. We want to go home. Okay? Better is the end of the thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. We're patient by doing this. And then Jake wants to still keep riding around, bumping music with his Shiva Jockers on, and don't want to fucking do what the Lord says. And he's been warned multiple times. Be not hasty in the spirit, and thy spirit to be angry. For anger resteth in the bosom of fools. You see what I'm saying? That's what we're supposed to be doing. That's why I try not to be angry, but sometimes I get upset. I'm a human being. I have feelings. I'm a student at Great Millstone. This is my first year. I've been doing this for 6 months. Okay? You're gonna have to bear with me, man. I'm gonna get better though. And I'm gonna start getting to the point. The more words I read, the wiser I'm gonna get, and the more humble I get. And that's where I'm going. Okay? Say that now. Say not thou. What is the cause of the former days? What's the cause that the former days were better than these? For thou hast not inquired wisely concerning this. Wisdom is good with an inheritance, and by there is a profit to them that see the sun. But wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. See? See, it's not bad to have money, but you got to be serving the Lord. And the money that you get from the Lord, if you're serving the Lord, is just for you to preserve you, to save you. Okay? But if you're not doing this, then He's just giving it to you, preserve you, to cut you off, okay, from the people. Okay? And then you're going to come back into the kingdom, and you're going to be ashamed. Okay? So it says, be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning, and your joy to heaviness, man. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and He shall lift you up. But you keep arguing with us, you're not humbling yourself. Speak not evil of one another, brethren, that he speaketh evil of his brother, and judges his brother, speaking evil of the law, and judgeth the law. But if thou judge the law, thou not a doer of the law, but a judge. See, we're not judging you. We are telling you that you are not following the law, and you're going to get put to death. I'm not going around saying that my brother is evil. I'm not going around saying you're evil. I'm just saying, don't tell me how to serve the Lord. I'm not going around saying y'all are going off like saying like y'all are just some wicked people and evil. No, I'm saying whoever we're speaking this to, we're telling them you are breaking the law. They're not taking heed to it. That means that you're about to get judged. I'm about to get judged too, but I'm trying to warn you that you're going to get judged worse. That's what we're doing. There is one lawgiver. I'm one of his people who's showing you that he is judging you, and he's judging me, and I don't want to get judged, so I'm warning you, you need to do this, or he's going to judge you. There is one lawgiver who is able to save and destroy, and art thou that judgest another. Okay? Go now, ye that say, today or tomorrow we will go into such city and continue there a year, and buy and sell and get gain. Whereas ye know not shall be on the morrow. Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow. See, for what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth in a little time and then vanish away. Y'all talking about, oh, it's gonna be a good year. I'm finna make a bunch of bread. I got my business started. How do you know if the world gonna blow up and turn to a battlefield tomorrow? How do you know? You're just talking about some shit that you little evil ass shit that you want to do, and it's gonna get you killed, man. Because you wasn't expecting the Lord to judge the earth that fast, but He's going to. So let's do Micah 2:10. Okay, He's gonna take you out. You keep playing with him. This whole section, woe to oppressors. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. This is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction, man. If a man walking in the spirit and falsehood do lie, saying, I will prophesy unto thee of wine and strong drink, which is doctrine, okay? He shall even be the prophet of this people. I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of thee, and I will surely gather the remnant of Israel, and I will put them together as the sheep of Bozrah, and the flock to the midst of their fold, and they shall make a great noise by the reason of the multitude of men. Okay? Because right here, let me do this. Them dudes over there ain't no homeborn slaves. Them people over there calling themselves the Jews, they got millions of dollars. They're not the people, the Lord's people, man. Okay? They're lying. Jeremiah 2:14 says this. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled, man? Why are y'all living good? How y'all living good? Y'all niggas not doing nothing, man. Y'all living good. Y'all fool and eating and watching, going to the club and getting fucked up. Got your Shiva jockers in. Fucking, we're homeborn slaves here. Why are y'all niggas spoiled? Because y'all took in the doctrine of Esau Edom, and y'all think this is home, man. You think this is home, bro? This isn't home, bro. Okay. Let me see something real quick. Let me see something real quick. Elect of Israel. Trying to find the comment board. Guess I can't find it. He had another scripture. He had a bunch of scriptures one of the brothers put up, man. He put a whole bunch of good scriptures up. We're just going to come back over here. I can't find it. I'll have to come back and put it in there. But he said something about the second Edges 9 and 10. I'm not sure what it was. But I'm going to do eating some scrolls tonight. We're just going to read through second Edges, man. Second Edges is a very interesting book. So he says we're going to go to Jeremiah 2:14, talking about he's a homeborn slave. So Psalm 68:9. And I remember also in second Edges, chapter 11 and chapter 12 are talking about Old Babylon. All the rest of them are talking about now. But we're going to get through that today at some point. And we're going to read some of that. Start over there, man, because it's a very interesting book. I've read to about, I was at work and I listened to about 16 chapters, but I want to go through the whole thing, and we're going to do that together. So blessed be the Lord who daily loads us up with benefits. See, even the God of our salvation, he loads everybody, 2/3, and the ones who aren't listening. He loads everybody up with benefits. Now that your benefits are going to just be a consolation, you're going to receive your reward here and you're going to die. Then you're going to come to the next world, and your reward's just going to be able to be there. You're going to be a child in the kingdom. That's it. You're not going to have dominion. You're not going to be able to do what those men can do. In Proverbs 26:10. Not unless you die with this and the crown of life, and you get crowned with life, man. You're gonna come back and he's gonna bless you, man, for real, for real. So the great God, Yahawah, that formed all things, both reward of the fool and reward of transgressors. See? He's either giving it to you for mercy, to reserve you to save you, or judgment, man. We're going to do this one again. James 4:9. We're going to go back and read this one over again. Be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning and your joy to heaviness. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up, man. Humble yourselves means to take heed to the word. Doesn't mean you can't get upset sometimes. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all think it's like being like, you know what I mean? You're going to get upset, but as long as you're following him, he's going to direct you back to humbleness, man. He loves us, man. He wants to see us do good. This is why he did this. Humble yourselves therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahawah, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he cares for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, we saw you, them so-called white man, as a roaring lion walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Who resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be doing the same thing our brethren are doing. Holding fast in the faith by proving it every day that we're meditating in this word, waiting on the Lord, crying out to others who are not listening, crying out to the Lord to give them a better mind. Okay? Because some of y'all that's right now, Jake, is not supposed to be Jake. You're supposed to be over here. That's why we keep coming at you and telling you, man, Jake ain't gonna listen. But the ones who are coming and watching the videos a little bit or whatever and checking them out, y'all are not Jake, man. Y'all are supposed to come and do this, okay? He's putting the spirit on you to keep coming over here and checking it out. And the Lord said, you just got to have humbleness. And the Lord said, even thus all the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I will drive them. See, you can eat disgusting ass food, spoiled ass water. So I'm trying to tell you, this place is not our rest, man. Y'all keep trying to be comfortable here. See, it says, and they cast out many devils and anointed them with oil, that many were sick, and healed them. Okay? And they went out and preached that men should repent. See? We're supposed to go out and preach, man. See? Like if John the Baptist and all the apostles did it, what makes you any better for you not to do it? Like, how are you going to say you love the Lord and you know what you're doing, but you're not even doing what the apostles did? We're supposed to be likewise in the Mashiach, man, which is Christ anointed. We're supposed to be like them, out teaching the doctrine. That's what you're supposed to be like. You can't say you love the Lord, man. You can't say it unless you prove it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So Lamentations 33:31. What was it, man? Hold on. Oh, man. Lock in. I thought he said Lamentations, but give me a second.
Have the gates of death been opened against the time of trouble, against the day of battle and war. But what the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. And those fools that's living in mirth, they're gonna die a grievous death. Salvation is near 144. When you read verse 10, it tell you that they have received benefits and have not known the Lord.
Hold on.
that we're going to go through. It's going to be lamentation more than woes, man. Because this is not our kingdom. Micah 2:10, man. This is not our rest.
Yep, Micah 2:10. This is not our rest.
So why is Jake running around here living in mirth, man?
Watch this.
They're supposed to be, as tell you Ecclesiastes 17 and 18, this was supposed to be for our correction, man.
Yep.
But you got Jake that have trimmed their way to seek love, to tell you in Jeremiah 2. They done trimmed their way to seek love, right? Because they getting a few perks. Like the brother put up, salvation is near 144. When you read verse 10, he tell you that they have received benefits and have not known the Lord. 2 Ezra 9 and 10, man.
Yeah, 2 Ezra 9 and 10. Okay. That's what I was talking about. They received benefits but have not known Yahawashi, man.
They don't receive benefits and have not known the Lord. That's why I say in Jeremiah 2 and 14, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? The reason 2/3 of our people is spoiled because they have received benefits and have not known the Lord, man.
See?
That's why Jake's spoiled. They don't receive benefits that they think coming from the so-called white man, when really it's coming from the Lord, man. Yep. Psalms 89, Psalms 68 and 19, the Lord said he daily loaded us with benefits.
I'm gonna keep going down.
Verse 6. It's 1 Peter 5 and 6.
We're almost down to it.
Humble yourself, therefore, until you know you get beat up into those chariots, man. The scripture say elected is going to scarcely be saved, man. What are we rejoicing for? We living amongst heathens, eating the foul food, man, as the Lord said we would. In Ezekiel 4 and 13, we will eat out the foul bread among the Gentiles.
Yep.
For the Lord would not cast off forever, but though he caused grief, there's no room to be proud, man. This is Lamentations 3.
That's what it was. Lamentations 3:31. So Talaki, y'all, I had to go find that. I'll speak it over here in my lot. Lamentations 3 and 31. Thought he said 33. See, for the Lord will not cast off forever, man. He's not going to give you time forever, man. He's going to cut you off. You keep playing. But though he cause grief, yet he will have compassion according to the multitude of his mercies, for he doeth not afflict willingly, nor grieve the children of men, to crush under his feet all prisoners of the earth, to turn aside the right of a man before the face of the Most High, to subvert a man in his cause, and the Lord approveth not. Who is he that saith, and it come to pass, when the Lord commandeth it not? See? Out of the mouth of the Most High proceedeth not evil and good. Wherefore doeth the living man complain, a man for the punishment of his sins. This is our punishment, man. This is our punishment. We know that on this side. We're trying to get cleansed. You know, Jake over there had got a problem with it. Okay? So that's why it says, let us search and try our ways and turn again to the Lord. Let us lift off our hearts, which is our minds, into the hands of Yahawah. In the heavens, we have transgressed and rebelled. Thou hast not pardoned. Thou hast not covered with anger and persecuted us. Thou hast not slain. Thou hast not pitied. Thou hast not covered thyself with a cloud, that our prayers should not pass through. That's what Jake done did, man. Thou hast made an scoring and refused in the midst of the people. All our enemies have opened their mouths against us. Fear and the snares upon us, desolation and destruction, man. They're going to talk about us either way, whether you do this or not. My eye runneth down the rivers of the water of the destruction of the daughter of my people, which is the men. Israel is the men first and foremost. My eye trickleth down and ceases not without any intermission, till the Lord look down and behold from heaven, man. Now we're going to go to Job 34:29. Okay, Jake trying to be cool here. You're gonna, man. When he giveth quietness, who can make trouble? When he hided his face, who can behold him? He's going to hide his face from you until you come and cast out your lot, tell him you did wrong, and start doing right. Whether it be done against the nation or against the man only. Or against the man only, Salakia. Deuteronomy 32:30. The Song of Moses is a passage. How should one chase 1,000 and put 10,000 to flight, except that Rock has sold them and the Lord has set them up? See what I'm saying? That's what we were doing back then. And we're going to do it again. Lord willing, we're part of that number. Hosea 5:15. I will go and return to my place, and they acknowledge their offense. So they acknowledge their offense. See? You have to acknowledge that you are in the wrong. You don't want to do that. You want to say that we're in the wrong, but you're in the wrong. And seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. See? We're seeking him early, man. The right way. Okay? Not seeking him with our own understanding, but through the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Man. So, you already know it says in Exodus 24, we had a contract with the Lord when he sprinkled all the blood upon Israel. We made a vow that we would do what he said do. This is this vow, man. Okay? 5 times he said he would give us a new heart if we just listen, man. He'd give us a new mind. Okay? 5 times in the Bible. And Jeremiah 29:17. Gotta get better, man. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will send upon them a sword and famine and a pestilence, and I will make them like vile figs that cannot be eaten. They are so evil, man. That's talking about the ones who keep coming up and butting up against his word, man. And I will persecute them with the sword and with famine and with pestilence, and I will deliver them into the removed kingdoms, for them to be removed to all the kingdoms of the earth, to be a curse and an astonishment and a hissing and a reproach among all the nations whither I have driven them, because they have not hearkened to my words, saith the Lord, and which I sent unto them by my servants, the prophets, rising up early and sending them, that ye would not hear. But ye would not hear, man. You didn't want to hear, man. You did not want to hear what we're saying. Okay? And we're every day constantly pleading with you to change. Telling the Lord, telling you to change. He's about to judge you. We're not going to judge you. We're not going to say, well, if you don't listen, I'm going to come over there and I'm going to beat you up. That's not what we're doing. That's judging somebody by executing their punishment. We're not executing your punishment, so we're not judging you. We're telling you, if you don't do this, the Lord's going to execute his judgment on you and you're going to die. Okay? Hear ye therefore the word of the Lord, all ye of the captivity whom I have sent from Jerusalem to Babylon. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Ahab the son of Koliah, and Zechariah the son of Manasseh, which prophesy a lie unto you in my name. Behold, I will deliver them into the land of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and he shall slay them before your eyes. Okay? And of them that shall be taken up, and of them shall be taken up a curse by all the captivity of Judah which are in Babylon, saying, the Lord make thee like Zechariah and like Ahab, whom the king of Babylon roasted in the fire, man. Because they have committed, remember they was hanging Jake and setting them on fire, man. Because they have committed villainy in Israel. Okay, this is what they did in Israel, man. This is why we were cast out. And we had to come here and serve this judgment. And whoever was doing wrong were the ones in the plantations who was getting lynched, getting their rods cut off, and all that shit, man. And have committed adultery with their neighbors' wives. As you got your R. Kelly's, and have sprung the lying words in my name, which I have not commanded them. He didn't tell them to do that. Even I know, I am a witness, saith the Lord. How's he a witness? Through his prophets. Bahasham, Yahawashi. Lord willing, we part of that number, man. Ezekiel 33:11-20. I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to end it with one more scripture. Yet ye say, the way of the Lord is not equal. O ye house of Israel, I will judge you, everyone after his ways, man. Everybody's getting judged. And it's already been said. Okay? So it came to pass in the 20th year of our captivity, in the 10th month, and the 5th day of the month, that one that had escaped out of Jerusalem came unto me, saying, the city is smitten, and now the land of the Lord. And now the hand of the Lord was upon me in the evening before he that was escaped came, and he opened my mouth until he came to me that morning, and my mouth was open, and I was no more dumb. Then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, they inhabit those wastes of the land of Israel, speak, saying, Abraham was one, and he inherited the land. But we are many, the land is given us for our inheritance. Wherefore saith unto them, saith the Lord, Yahawashi, ye eat with the blood, and lift up your eyes toward your idols, and shed blood. Shall we not possess the land? Ye stand upon your sword, you work abomination, and ye defile everyone's neighbor's wife. Shall ye possess the land? I'm not going to. Thus say thou, thus saith the Lord Yahawashi, as I live, surely they are in the waste shall fall by the sword, and him that is in the open field I will give to the beast to be devoured, and they that be in the forts and in the cave shall die of pestilence. For I will lay the land most desolate, and the pomp of her strength shall increase, and the mountains of Israel shall be desolate, and none shall pass through, man. He's talking about 2/3. That's what's going to happen, man. He's going to do that with the purge, and it's going to be his left-hand side doing it. Esau Edom, and the pestilence and famines and all that. So, like it says right here, we're gonna close with this. This is what Jay keep doing, man. Proverbs, trying to say you know the Lord, but you're not doing what he says do, and you're leaning on your own understanding, because if you love the Lord, you would be saying what we're saying, because all of us over here are on one accord. We're all saying the same thing, okay? And the same understanding. We're not going off in any way. We're not arguing about it. Well, that's not right. I think it's this. Well, you're not appointed to know. So that's how we know you're not appointed, because you're doing that. Okay? So it says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, which is your mind, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. You're supposed to be directed. You can't be directed if you keep arguing. You can't be directed. Okay? Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord, and depart from evil. Okay? Depart, man. You know what's wrong. You know what's right. You're not going to keep coming and saying, well, these people don't know what they're doing. Yeah, they fucking do. That you know well what the fuck you're doing. Okay? Your fucking brain works. You know what the fuck you're doing wrong. Okay? Been on earth all this damn time. You still don't know what's going on. All right. Well, prepare to be destroyed, man. So shalom to the whole elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Puerto Ricans, Native Americans, West Indian Haitians. Gotta give all praise to Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Double honor to the elder and apostle, great Milton, who teach well. This is sincere salutation for all the Yakin, my part that have been tuning in. This is sincere salutation for all the Yakin, pushing this truth, believing this truth, from 4 corners of the earth. This is Michael defending Israel with everything I got, forever and always. Shalom.